This is WAEC June 2022 General Mathematics Paper 2, and we are answering question number 2A and 2B. And the question reads, given that the formula y equals to open bracket, inside the bracket you have PR over M minus P square R, then the bracket raised to the power of minus 3 over 2. So the question number A asks you to make R the subject of the formula. And the question number B asks you to find the value of R when y is minus 8, M is 1, and P equals to 3. So let's attempt to answer this very question together. So what you do first is to copy down the formula, that is y equals to, open bracket, inside the bracket is PR over M minus P square R, and the bracket raised to the power of minus 3 over 2. So what you do first, in order to make this R subject, what you do first is to clear this power of minus 3 over 2. To clear this very power, you now multiply this very power by its reciprocal. The reciprocal of 3 over 2 is simply be 2 over 3. So what you do next is to take a power to both sides of 2 over 3. So let's attempt to do that. So the left hand side raised to the power of minus 2 over 3. The reciprocal of this 3 over 2 equals to the right hand side. You have two brackets now. The very outer bracket is now raised to the power of minus 2 over 3. So that in the end, if I now open the outer bracket, I'm simply multiplying the two powers. And that will clear this very power of 3 over 2. So we continue. So opening this very bracket, applying law of indices by multiplying the two powers. This 3 over 2 times the 2 over 3. C2 will cancel 2, 3 will cancel 3. So in the end, you now have power 1. So we will now have, by the left hand side, which I just copied, y equals to minus 2 over 3 equals to. Then we now have just what is in the inner bracket, the rest of the power of 1. So you now have PR over M minus P square R all over 1. So next is to perform this subtraction using LCM M. If that is done correctly, you now have by the right hand side PR, that is M into M is now 1 times PR. That will give you this PR. Then copy your minus. 1 in M is M times P square R. That will give you M P square R. So next is to cross multiply so that you clear this very fraction. When that is now done correctly, you have M times y raised to the power of minus 2 over 3 by the left hand side equals to PR minus MP square R. So next is to factorize this R from this right hand side. If that is done correctly, you now have R by the right hand side into P minus MP square. So to get R, you now divide both sides by this very bracket containing P minus MP square. If that is done correctly, you now have R equals to your left hand side, which is M multiplied by y raised to the power of minus 2 over 3, divided by this very bracket, which is P minus MP square. So this is the formula for R, meaning R is now the subject. So we have answered question number A. So move to question number B. Question number B asks to find what will now be the value of R if y is minus 8, M is 1, and P is 3. So let's attempt to do that. So substituting y by minus 8, M by 1, P by 3 in attempt to get R in this very formula for R. You now have R equals to 1 multiplied by minus 8 raised to the power of minus 2 over 3. Everything divided by P, which is 3, minus 1 times P square, which will now be 3 square. So we continue. So what you now do next is to find what is minus 8 raised to the power of minus 2 over 3. But let me just split this minus 2 over 3. The over 3 means the cube root of this minus 8. So cube root of minus 8 will give result minus 2. Then I'll take that in power minus 2. And the 3 square gives answer this 9 times 1 is 9. So I continue. 3 minus 9 will give answer minus 6. And this minus 2 raised to the power of minus 2. Remember, negative power means 1 over that index number without the negative power. So minus 2 raised to the power of minus 2 means simply 1 over 4 divided by minus 6, which I have here 3 minus 6, so I have divided by minus 6. Divided by minus 6 simply means times 1 over minus 6. That will give a result finally minus 1 over 24. So this will now be the value of R if Y is minus 8, M is 1, and P is 3. So that's answered the question completely. So let me just share with you quickly how this very question is now marked during the marking of this very paper. So the very first mark is the bonus 1 mark. And this bonus 1 mark, you have this bonus 1 mark when you now raise both sides of the equation by this power minus 2 over 3. That is the reciprocal of 3 over 2. In attempt to make this power 1, you have this method 1 mark. When you continue to simplify up to this very level, where you now perform this subtraction, you now have this method 1 mark. Further simplifying this in attempt to get R subject, where you now cross multiply, you have this method 1 mark. And when you now factorize, still in attempt to simplify further, you now factorize R out correctly, you have this method 1 mark. And when you now have R subject of the formula exactly R's my raised to the power of minus 2 over 3 all over P minus MP square correctly, you have this accuracy 1 mark. So question number A has 5 good marks if everything is correct. Moving to question number B, substituting Y, M, and P in the formula that you have your R, you now have this method 1 mark. And when you now simplify this in attempt to find the value of R, after this level, you have this method 1 mark. And when your R is now obtained, R minus 1 over 24 exactly, you have this accuracy 1 mark. So in total, this question number 2B has 3 good marks.